Yeah. I'm here with 25 really cool facts about Russia. And we have to know it about that. I really like to know everything about every countries, especially Russia, because these days, you guys, you are perfect to me. You know, you're so kind to me. Of course, I will research for everything in your country, about your artist, about your culture, about your nature, everything, food, and everything you have, even history, maybe in the future. I really like to know everything about you. Don't waste the time. Just don't forget to subscribe and like this video and suggest me to your friends. Let's go and see what is 25 facts about your country. Yeah, let's go.
25. Lake Baikal contains more than 1/5 of the world's unfrozen fresh water. Russia as a country contains 1/4 of the world's unfrozen fresh water. 24.
Before.
Russian banknotes have braille markings on them for blind people.
Really?
23.
Really?
Russia's
Wow. Is it for real? Notes have braille marking? Ooh. Wow. It's perfect.
have braille markings on them.
I don't know, maybe some countries has, but my country doesn't have like this. Even in Taiwan, they don't have it because I'm living in Taiwan. They don't have something like that. It's so cool.
For blind people. 23. Russia's dialing code is 007.
It's like James Bond. 007. Really, it's cool code.
From Russia with love. Wait. 22. The name of the red square doesn't actually have anything to do with communism. Its name is derived from the word krasny, which means beautiful. 21. Remember Sochi? It hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics?
No.
Well, it can be found on the Russian Riviera. And yes, it has palm trees.
I didn't have any
20.
idea about it.
Moscow is the biggest city in Europe with 13 million people. London comes in second with 8 million.
Really? I didn't know it. So Moscow is the biggest city in the Europe. So of course Russia is too big. But Russia is not only in Europe, right? Just part of Russia is in Russia and part of it is in Asia, right? I think so. Okay, 23 million people. A lot. Yeah, I understand. Because I was living in one city with 20 million people, and I understand.
Europe with 13 million people. London comes in second with 8 million. 19.
19?
The highest mountain in Europe is Mount Elbrus, which can be found in the Caucasus Range. It stands at 5,642
So
meters.
high.
18. Everyone knows Russia is big. Just how big? To give some perspective, Russia covers more time zones than any other country. 11.
Really? More than 5 time zone?
In
I
total.
couldn't say even.
17.
More than 5 time zone. My country is different, so time zone is different, but just for minutes, you know? Here is 30 south to 50. Just 20 minutes, maybe. But 5 time zone? Can you tell me in the comments, for example, how long is the differences?
The busiest metro system in Europe can be found in Moscow, with an average daily ridership of over 6 million people. 16. On the Kamchatka Peninsula in eastern Russia, you can go trekking on volcanoes. Klyuchevskaya Sopka is the highest active volcano in both Europe and Asia.
Ooh, active volcano. So it's not dangerous? How about this area? People living in this area or no?
Asia. 15.
15.
As the biggest country in the world, Russia contains 10% of the Earth's arable land.
Of
14.
course.
The Volga River is the longest river in Europe.
So you have everything. The biggest, the longest, the first in your country, bro. The longest river, the biggest city. And what was that? The one? The first. Wow.
14. The Volga River is the longest river in Europe. 13.
13.
By now, you may have realized that Russia isn't all snow and tundra. While most of the country can be quite cold, down near Sochi, the climate is actually subtropical. And with the Caucasus Mountains looming in the background, you can go to the beach in the morning and skiing in the afternoon. 12.
It depends on you, you know. For you, cold weather, maybe it's -10 or more than -10. But for people, for example, in Taiwan, cold weather is 15, 16, 18 degree. It's cold, you know, and you can't go to the beach, man. Maybe you can go to the beach, maybe -5, even when the weather temperature is -5. Right? But for me, it's different, bro. I'm from not hot country, but I can't go to the water when even the weather is temperature is 10 or 11, you know, not minus.
12. Although Russia is mostly oblasts, provinces.
What was that?
12. Although Russia is mostly oblasts, provinces, of which there are 49, and Kreis, territories, of which there are 9, it also contains 22 republics, each with their own constitution. 11.
Really? One more time.
It also contains 22 republics,
22 republics.
each with their own constitution.
Which republics? Please let me know in the comments. I really like to know it. You know, these days I don't have time, but when I have some free time, I'm going searching in your history, you know, about Russia. But I heard my friends, some of my friends, they were living here, they were students, so they told me they were talking Russian from Kazakhstan, I think, and Mongolia. So they told me their government is connected with Russia, but actually I didn't understand what are they talking about. I'm searching, and you let me know in the comments too. It's
11. Why so many divisions?
This one.
Well, only 80% of Russia
Only 80% of Russia
is actually ethnically Russian. The country is home to more than 160 different ethnic groups. 10.
Ooh. How many?
The country is home to more than 160 different ethnic groups. 10.
You have a lot.
As many of you may know, Russia has played a huge part in space exploration.
Yeah.
In fact, Russian and English are the 2 official languages of the International Space Station. 9.
Yeah. Fact. Big fact. Maybe one day, Russian people, and if you know Russian, you go to space, you go out of Earth, maybe you can communicate so easy, and it's good for you. Maybe your language is the first, not only English.
After the United States, with 46 million, Russia has the second largest number of immigrants in the world, at 12 million. A lot of them are from former Soviet countries. 8. More than 100
Don't just play with numbers.
Former Soviet countries. 8. More than 100 languages are spoken within Russia's borders. And remember those republics? Many of them have their own official languages.
Ooh. it's very hard to make communicate together. So you don't have problem in education or something like that, because they have their own language. So then maybe this first language is Russian, right? So everybody just talking, and education and everything is in Russian business, but maybe they can talk, right? I think so. Maybe.
7.
7.
Russia has the largest energy and mineral reserves of any country in the world,
Of course.
and provides Europe with most of its oil.
Yeah.
6.
Knew that.
It may be hard to believe, but Russia even has a desert. It can be found near
What the? What? You have camel?
the Caspian Sea, and is appropriately
near
called
Caspian.
the Caspian Lowland Desert.
Okay, so near our country, you have your desert. Of course.
5. With the world's largest forest reserves, Russia has been called the lungs of Europe. It's second only to the Amazon in the amount of carbon dioxide that it absorbs. 4. To give you a sense of
First,
Russia's
second.
size, it stretches all the way from the European...
One more time, sorry.
To give you a sense of Russia's size, it stretches all the way from the European Union on one side to almost touching Alaska on the other. At one point, the US and Russia were only 4 kilometers apart. 3.
Really? How is it possible?
At one point, the US and Russia were only 4 kilometers apart.
4 kilometers.
3.
But it's weird.
Although its population dipped after the dissolution of the USSR, Russia's birth rate and immigration rate have now surpassed other European countries. 2. Russia has 15 cities with a population of over 1 million people. This is largely due to a highly urbanized population.
Yeah.
Of over 1 million
15 cities with a population of over 1 million.
people. This is largely due to a highly urbanized population. 1. Russia, well, the Soviet Union, was the first country to send a human
Soviet Union, not just Russia. It's Alaska.
to space, Yuri Alexeyevich Gagarin.
To send a human to space. Okay.
And the first country to send a satellite to space, Sputnik 1.
Yeah, I knew that, because all the time I'm listening to podcasters, and everything. So I heard about it, and I knew that, because I love story. I like cultures about every countries.
It was also the first country to land on the Moon, Luna 9, Venus, Venera 9, and Mars, Mars 3.
Okay, got it. Wow, it's perfect. I really like that. This kind of video. I really like to know more about Russia and every countries too. And just come with me. We can research, go everywhere, and get more facts about countries. Thank you so much for watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you like it, and donate if you want to help me to continue more. Just to donate some money to me. Thank you so much. See you next time. Cześć.